Welcome back for another video, guys. It's Crown Convict. This is the post Yama update since the nerf of the drops have happened. So this is, they call it the calm before the contract storm. Real quick fixes, and then one to be cold fix. The one to be cold fix, scarred extracts do not work with Aether runes when using daylight essence. So, you know, yeah, I don't really care about that. I'm not really a skiller, so moving on. We are aware of an issue where ranged weapons are dealing incorrect max hit values. That's kind of funny. This one's really funny. We are aware of ranged weapons giving players XP and the incorrect combat skills or style. We are aware of an issue with Yama's P3 phase dragging the boss to players. That's been hot fixed as well. So, continuing on, let's get into the juicy stuff. Well, actually, let's go over the update and then we'll get into the juicy stuff. Fixed a bug where Yama would become inactive if the target was forcibly logged out. So, probably if you were like 6 hour logged or something or DC'd. Fixed an issue where Soulflame Horn where its settings would reset on equip. My buddy did experience this while grinding the boss. Adjusted some drops as follows. Dossier drop rate improved from 120 to 117. That's really good. Quality of Fire Runes 15k to 40k. I think 40k is a ton of them, but I mean, who cares? They're Fire Runes. I think they're already worthless. Adding elite clues to the table, 1 out of 66. I was expecting 1 out of 50, but this is cool. Thank goodness I didn't green log without getting any clues. Only need the helm and the chest. So we're going to be working on that this week. Double the drop rate of contracts for demons in Chasm of Fire. This one's huge. I haven't grinded any of the demons for the contracts. I've just been killing Yama. But I think that's pretty cool. I know I bought some contracts. Now they're crashed. Who cares? We move on, right? I had 11.7 bill when Yama came out, or 11.7 bill bank when Yama came out. Guess what? It's still 11.7 bill. So I really didn't even make any money, even though I got 4 horns and legs, and my buddy split me on 2 chest pieces. So Yama will now be in the center of the arena after each transition phase. I love this. This is so good. Now you know you're not just going to get mollywopped if you're doing mage by a melee attack. So that's awesome. It probably sucks for meleeers, but I think it might be okay. I think it might be okay for meleeers. Also, there's a video. I don't know if you guys saw it. It's called No Fly. I might have to try that. I might also go over it at the end of this video just to show you guys. You don't have to be sweaty into melee. There is something called a No Fly out there. It was updated or uploaded on YouTube 2 days ago. I'll do the shout out. All demonbane spells now have reduced Fire Rune cost instead of 4, 8, 12. It's 3, 5, 7. I guess that's cool. Y'all add more Fire Runes to the game, but now we're taking less out of the game. Seems a little backwards, but who cares? Probably should have just left that alone. Infernal plates now can be traded. That's cool. I'm sure that was annoying on a group Iron Man if y'all made plates. Y'all couldn't trade them. So like one account would have 4, one account would have 5, and then y'all couldn't make a piece of armor. That would be annoying. Contracts update coming Friday. We all know about that. The following contracts will now be eligible to be completed as a duo: familiar acquisition, shared acquisition, worm acquisition, catalyst acquisition. I love this. Jagex fixed it. This is what we're going to talk about here in a minute. I get really in depth on it. This is really good, man. I said we should have contracts for solo and duo, and the duo contracts are the one for like mediocre drops and just the harder grind, right? Probably getting you ready for the transmog on the oath plate. But yeah, this is a huge W for us. Duo contracts, huge W. Contracts guaranteeing a piece of oath plate, the Soulflame Horn, or a piece of purifying sigil used for color oath plate will remain solo only. Such a good idea. This is perfect. This makes it basically to where if you have oath plate, it's the same benchmark as having an Infernal Cape or Quiver. And then you can still grind the harder bosses and get better at it, so you can go solo on your own. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it is so good. Should you prove successful on any of the following contracts, then you'll be rewarded with the same contract again as a drop. Familiar acquisition, bloody blows, divine severance, forfeit breath, glyphic intuition, and then sensory clouding. Here's the thing. The one with the sigils, I think it's kind of pointless to give those contracts back. and they're gonna crash into oblivion to nothing. I know some are gonna get deleted when you die. The bloody blows one and the familiar acquisition, like who cares, right? People are still gonna go drive for the pet even with that contract. I don't know. I think that it doesn't matter. I don't like the fact that when you successfully finish a kill, you get the contract back. That's just to keep them. That's just like a really easy way to keep them lower than Awakener's Orbs. I don't like it. I don't like it. I know that might be a hot take. I don't like it. It's cool for hardcores. You only got to get one contract, and then you have it forever on the hardcore. It does fix that. So I guess it's not just a complete easy fix. I can see the purpose on it. As a main, I don't like it, but it makes sense for Iron Man. Yeah, not a bad update. Looking at it from the whole perspective, I don't like it for me, but it's a good update. Uh, Figures for the month can be found here. Player support, anti-cheating stats. Y'all want to click on that? Let's see what that is. All right. May 2025. Average response time, 45.1 hours. It's less than 2 days. That ain't bad. Ticket satisfaction score, 70.9%. All right. Support questions resolved. Wow, look at this, dude. Macro bans. 301.9 thousand accounts were banned on OSRs. All right, back to the update. Other changes. Inolius Runes selection menu now shows quantities more reliable for players with rune pouches. Oh, okay. That's cool. Fixed an issue where players could bypass freeze effect. Okay. Yeah. I think like, you know, this one is controversial for me, but I see the good in it. This is so good. This is so good. Okay. So let's read the update. After last week's debut of Yama, the master of packs, we absolutely love watching you dive head first. So they're just setting up the blog there. I'm not gonna get into lore. Announce for today's update or lack thereof. So this is like an update, but it's not really an update. I think it's an update with the contracts. Just the news is the update. Maybe they don't have to do anything in the game, but the news is the update. This week's update is a little quieter than usual. I think this says Eye of the Storm. We're using the time to make sure Yama is behaving or misbehaving in exactly the right ways. This is cool. So basically, they're just monitoring the boss, making sure it's right before the contracts come out. I think that's great. We're also putting the final touches on the releases for the contracts, which, as known, are leading this or landing this Friday. It's gonna be cool. I don't know if I'm gonna do any of them. I'm busy with school and stuff like that, so I have contracts in my bank. I just don't know if I'm gonna run them. But maybe I'll run some content. We'll be sharing drop loot mechanics in full next week. So we don't know exactly how the drop rates work, but they did work with the wiki. If you saw, the horns like went out of 300, the armor piece went out of 600. And I do know if you do more damage in a duo, I think you're more likely to get the drop. So that's pretty cool. This is what we just went over, all these fixes right here. And then contracts. Before you get stuck into contracts later this week, we've got some important news to share. While we don't have an exact time in mind at the moment, we're targeting around 11 BST, and they know this isn't good for U.S. players, but they want to drop the contracts and then make sure that they're balanced before they leave the office, so we're not breaking the game while they're not in the office, and then they have to leave their house and go back to the office. This is fair. I really think this is fair. Again, you could duo these contracts: familiar acquisition, shared acquisition, shard acquisition, worm acquisition, catalyst acquisition. This means that contracts guaranteeing a piece of oath plate, Soulflame Horn, or a piece of purifying sigil used to recolor oath plate will be solo only. It's a good update, man. This is what I said in my video that we should have done, that we should have had from the very beginning. Ultimately, we think you guys are having at least some contracts being doable in a duo. Makes sense, and it would have been a shame to have all of the hardest variants of the fight being done in isolation. That's so good. We want to do it with our friends. It's a duo boss. You advertise it like us or like that to us. Thank you so much for keeping it a duo boss. And then the really, really hard stuff that's going to set us apart from our friends standing at the bank or while we're in combat is something that we can do by ourselves and not get carried through. This is perfect. It's a good update all around. My overall opinion about this update. It's really good that they gave us duo contracts. It's really good that they gave us solo contracts. It is really good that they buff the contracts in general, that you get them back when you kill Yama. My opinion doesn't matter. It's good for the community. It's good for the game. That's all that matters. I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Y'all be easy.